Hello and welcome to the sixth podcast of the Geordie Brothers podcast with myself, Jordan, and my good old brother.
Hello, Daniel. Still here.
Well, yeah, I'm back in London. Daniel's back in Hetton le Hill.
Oh no, I'm not there.
Oh no, you're not, are you? Fucking hell, I
I am
thought
at the home.
you're at
She's away on holiday, so I look after the dog.
you're at our mother's because she's on.
Uh,
It's It's been her 60th birthday, so I went back up to Newcastle and saw Daniel and my mum and the rest of the family for a Chinese meal to celebrate her 60th, and she went away with the lasses to Marmaris. Hey! All the lasses together. Um,
that's a problem with us.
her sisters and cousins and stuff. So she's away having a good old time, I bet. Aye, smoking, drinking.
So stuck here, I can't see my girlfriend for a week now.
Aye, well, we've got one
She
dog
couldn't.
left, so we'll have to sort of take care of it, and make sure
Exactly. Definitely
little
she doesn't go. So,
little Marley, which is
mm,
a little white fluffy thing. I think that's a technical term for it.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
I'm what a real what breed of dog it is or what. It's just a fluffy thing.
I think it may be a cross between a Chinese crested and a Chihuahua. Chihuahua. But
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua. I've been up at Mum's around Morley, and it's been really good. I took it to the beach, and it's proper sound, isn't it? It's just like follows you, pitter patters about, just stares at you. What are you doing there? Like, what are you doing there? It's got this like look on its face. Um, but yeah, no, it's been good, and my mate got married as well, so I was up in Newcastle for that, which was lovely. Known them since start of high school, so they've been together for donkey's years and just got married, which was it's always good. But yeah, I thought we would start these podcasts by checking in on our mental health, which is it's always good. I think it
Yeah.
can help just sort of just stop the world. I want to get off and just like think, right, what's going on? So, what do you want to start things off, Daniel? What's going on? Have you had any sort of wobbles lately, or has it? And how have you found that? And have you had any good feelings going on? What's the crack?
Um, yeah, I'd say I've just been up and down. I mean, I always am, to be honest. Like, I have my good days, my bad days. Um, uh, I try my best, like, to hide it, like, because when you're around people, because I know Claire doesn't like to see us, like, grumpy or miserable. Because I don't, like, with Claire, like, if I'm grumpy or miserable, she just, like, sort of think she just automatically assumes that she's done something wrong, which is never the case because it's just an angel. She never does no wrong. So
Yeah,
it's just me that's like sometimes I just kind of like in my head I kind of be asked. I just wanna. So yeah, so like, I'm just up and down, but I just try to get on with things, try to get on best I can. You've just got to make the best of what you're dealing with, really. Not doing out stupid, which like I do sometimes, but not as much as I have in the past.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here, really. I feel much better off from being back home and seeing
No,
family and all my mates. I think that's really made us feel a lot better. and I feel a bit more balanced and stable. I didn't, even though when I saw you, I stayed out too long and drank about fucking 10 pints of Guinness trying to.
Yes, me and Clay still got the stains in our clothes up when you spilt the paint all over both with.
Oh, did I? I
It's
forgot.
hard to get it's hard to get Guinness out, you know.
Oh, fuck's sake, man. You know what it is?
Can you not even remember?
No, I forgot all about that.
Ah, you want because you Clay says I do it as well. Like you talk with your hands. I do it.
Aye. That sort of
And
rings a bell now.
just you just knocked the paint over and it went over both of us. Oh,
Um,
sorry. We didn't mind.
well, sorry about that, but I was in a pub in Chesterley Street, and with my dad playing pool, and he was absolutely wiping the fucking floor with us. And
Mm.
the paints were going, and I was getting better actually. The more paints I had, but
Yeah.
he raced away up to a fucking 5-0 lead. I was fucking, I can't be having this. Like, but I managed to get like up to 5-3, but then I think I potted the black and the white ball, and so we'll have to leave it at that. But no credit to him. Like he's still good, and no, it was good. It was a good competitive game anyway. And
Take it to fourth.
but you want to win. Well, no, it was good. And then used two came, and then Dad and Sandra shot off, and then I was playing like all the old like league
The
players
blokes,
in the fucking pub,
who thought they were professionals bring their own cues and not
bringing
fucking.
their own bloody cues, and I beat one of them. I was really unlucky with the second one. Um, but yeah, I must have had about 10 pints by then, 10 pints of Guinness, and then thankfully I went home with yous, whereas beforehand
Yeah,
we would have stayed out.
yeah. Well, I made sure I didn't stay out because I bet you would have done, but I was like, no, Jordan, you're not staying out, but we're dropping you off.
And then
Mm.
I was all over our place in the morning, being sick, feeling awful, and then I had to go to the wedding. I was going to my mate's
Oh,
wedding. I had to get when my dad drove us back to Mum's. I had to get my suit and then get picked up from my mate to drive over an hour to Alnwick. I got dressed in the car park of the wedding venue, and then it was all right after that. But then what was good was I didn't drink like too much during the wedding, and went.
mm.
I was still like a part of the last group that was drinking. Like I was still up, but all went well. I didn't embarrass myself, and it was. But you have these thoughts of like when a big event is going to come up, and you're sort of anxious about like not drinking too much and sort of not going
Yeah.
overboard. Um, but it was all right in the end, and hopefully I can keep it up, sort of thing.
It's a good day, good wedding.
It was absolutely fantastic. It was probably the best event I've been to. Just it was absolutely like
Mm.
this massive big mansion basically, and it was all like lovely and spot on. Aye.
You said they were loaded like onion.
I know they've got a pretty penny like, but it's like some people put a lot of money into it. Some people have a bit more of a low key wedding. I think they're both are just as valid. But it's just quite
Yeah,
nice.
I don't see the point in spending all that money myself. It's just you
Well,
do
I think it's a lovely thing if people want to
Yeah,
do it. I mean, yeah.
yeah, fair play. If you want to, each to their own.
But but yeah. So I'm feeling fairly okay, fairly good at the moment. So
Yeah,
and I hope your week with Marley goes by all right, and you know,
Yeah, it's going to be hard to be honest. It is because, like, it's gonna have been a while that I've spent this long, like, by myself. Obviously, because I've been in with Clay for like a good like 6 months or something now. I think.
well, it's a good
Uh,
challenge. It's a good challenge for you. Treat it as a
yeah.
challenge, and just you're gonna sort of you're gonna do it, and you're gonna overcome that. You're gonna you've got a chance to. I know you're at your job and you're probably knackered, but you've got a chance to run and stuff like that, and just keep it like if you. I think if you have it in your head, then you can be more focused on like just being being all right.
Mm.
Yes. There we go. Um, so another new thing, this new segment that we thought we would try out is lyrics that we liked. It's not the most
Mhm.
imaginative title, but it says what it does on the tin. Uh, so I've got one to kick things off. So every episode we'll try and like say a lyric that we appreciate. And I think that you would appreciate this one because you sent me this song, and it's
Oh,
Swear Jar by Soak.
oh,
Or is it
I love it.
Soak or Soak?
I think it's just yeah. I don't know if it's either soak or soak.
Mm.
Um, I don't know for definite.
And it's a
I
great
love,
song. And
yeah.
there's a there's a bit at the end that's really catchy, but the lyrics are where have I been all my life, watching myself from the sidelines? Won't you wake me up sometime?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
I love that.
that's just it's quite powerful, isn't it? Like that it sort of gets across that feeling of where have I been all my life? It's
Mhm.
watching myself from the sidelines. That feeling of not being in control, but also feeling like you're not you haven't been able to totally find yourself,
Mhm.
um, or being able to fully express yourself, or
Mhm.
like having sort of things things block your mind to a point you can't fully be yourself. What would you say about that?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's how I interpreted it. And like just asking like for someone to like realize who she is, like wake up and realize, like to realize like who she is, like sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Won't you wake me up sometime?
uh,
So she wants to be awoken from a sleep of through her life,
just through life, um, not really being herself.
and
Mhm.
she's like it's that sort of desperation that's just pleading for someone else to make her realize herself.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I seen it. Yeah, I love that one. Yeah.
I again a band that I'd never heard before, but Daniel suggested, and it's brilliant. So,
Yeah.
I don't know if they've got much of a following, but if we start tagging people, then I might sort of actually sort of shout us out, and we might get more than two listeners.
Yeah, that's an idea. You know.
Mm. So, have you got like a lyric? Did you manage to remember?
Uh, well, yeah, well, it's a weird one. I've been going through episodes of Desert Island Discs, and I listened to Greg Davies that's been on a recent one. Greg Davies.
Yeah.
And one of his songs that he chose was a song by The Wonder Stuff. Don't know if you know them.
No, no.
I'd only heard of them because I'm sure they'd done a song with Vic and Bob, Dizzy. I'm sure it was Vic and Bob and the Wonder Stuff. Dizzy when they done Dizzy.
Dizzy. I love Vic and Bob, but
You know,
what's the
being
Dizzy
on top
one?
of the pop. I'm dizzy, my head is spinning.
Oh,
Like,
right. Yeah, yeah.
anyway, I'm sure it was the Wonder Stuff with Vic and Bob, that song, anyway. So I'm sure they done that, but this song's called, he chose this song called Circle Square, it's called. And he like pointed out the lyric in it, and it hit home, it like sort of spoke to me as well. Where the hell is it gone? Oh yeah, I found it right. So it's I've been a long-term disappointment to myself, but it hits like a hammer when I'm not to someone else.
Yeah.
And that really spoke to me.
Yeah, because you
Like
have
it,
this perpetual feeling of letting people like disappointing people and letting people down, don't you? When
yeah,
you not necessarily need to feel that, but you feel it.
mm,
You can't help yourself from feeling it, can you?
yeah. But I'm like used to feeling that. But when I feel like I've let other people down, that's when it's like hits the hardest. Like it's like, oh shit. That's the hardest thing really.
Yeah.
So that's what related to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um. Yeah. It's good to like recognize these things in yourself, isn't it? And that's what
yeah, I wrote that.
poetry, that's what music, that's what art does. Like make us
Mhm.
realize stuff about ourselves and life. Really
Yeah.
good, really good. That one, really good.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, that's lyrics we like. Another one I thought would do is poetry corner, which is one of us or both of us read a poem. That's probably shit that we've written. Well, I have pretty shit poems I've written anyway. But you know, I've got like fucking loads here.
Yeah, yeah. Bloody hell.
I've got 49. Um,
I mean, I used to write some down, but I just stopped.
you
I've
should.
just got out the habit of it. I should start trying it again, but
I told you to write them down and save
I
them
know I forgot.
because
Can you?
you sent them to me and they've fucking great. Like the realism
Yeah.
and your your and poetry can be anything really. I mean, it's just like
Right.
what it means to you. What like someone might say that my poems are shit, but then they're my poems, so like, you can't really say that shit.
No,
Like,
no, no.
same for you. Um, the reason why like I'm tentative is because like I have just written them like, and it's like being a sort of they've just float like I've just done it without going back
Mm.
over them and sort of
Oh, right, yeah, yeah. So it's like instinctive.
it's like so it's they're not refined or anything like this or anything like that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna read this one. Um, yeah, it's about you really. It's about uh, it's one that I wrote
Me.
like a long time ago, so I thought I'll tell you it.
All right.
It's called it's a bit a lot of these might be a bit wanky, it might be a bit like yeah, they're not some are more wanky than others. But here we go. It's called Don't You Know You Have Green Eyes? Don't
Right.
you know you have green eyes? Of course not. You don't look at yourself. You are rare, you know. You've accepted the thoughts of others as your own. If only you would allow yourself joy and give yourself a chance. Can't you just humor the thought that you're not worthless? You could harness the universe and put it in your pocket for later. While you look around, breathe, and relax into yourself. Look into your green eyes. Realize the universe within them. Realize your self-worth. Realize yourself. That's it.
Oh, it's very good. That's really good, that. Very impressed.
Just, you know,
Aye, really good.
only 2% of people have green eyes, you know, Daniel.
All right. I've never really,
In the whole
when I
world.
look at them, I've been told I've got green eyes, but when I look at them like that, they just seem too dark to be green. Like I look at them, look more like just, look more black than green.
Oh, you've always got
I think,
green eyes, isn't it? Yeah, I've definitely have got green eyes.
they're just dark green.
This is not about you, but it's a sort of
No,
to
slow.
get away from to get away from the wankiness of the one I've just sort of read. I'll read this one. It's called "Fuck You, Cunt, Love Me." In brackets, love me. I don't want to please you. Defending you makes me feel glad all over. It makes me feel like I'm onto something. I'd care more about a sandwich than your feelings. I don't want you to like me. Your disgust makes me feel warm inside. I long for your disapproval. I never want to be your cup of tea. I never want to be a part of your popular opinion. I'd rather punch myself in the face until they put me with the sane people. I never want to be in your fashion. I never want to be a part of your fads. Your zeitgeist can get the fuck. Please boil me in your hot water. Please cancel my existence till there's nothing left of me but your damning tweets. If you catch me apologizing, throw tomatoes at my face as I walk down the street. Go and fuck yourselves, you fucking sheep. Go and wank over being safe, being right all the time, and getting validation through conformity. Go and be popular with unimaginative fools. I'll laugh out loud and roll on the floor, laughing when they turn on you. When they turn on you. Fuck your political correctness. Fuck your rules and regulations. Fuck you, cunt. In brackets, please, please, please love me. Right. That's a
You got
cheap.
a bit of a chip on your shoulder by any chance?
What?
You got a bit of a chip on your shoulder by any chance?
Just a, just a little, just a little axe wound.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with everything I've just read out there, but it's just a poem. So don't take
I
anything.
know, I know he can be a bit of a twat, but it's nearly Father's Day, man. Give him some slack. I'm only joking, Dad, if you're watching. Didn't, didn't. Oh.
So there you go. That's a couple of shit poems for you.
No, I went, no, man.
Well, yeah, subjective, isn't it?
Very good.
Thanks. Have you got anything to thank Turkey Al Sheikh for in your life?
Oh, I don't know. The weather, well, apart from the day when it was absolutely pissed down at some points, but the weather's been quite nice like the past few weeks. So yeah,
So you want
yeah,
to thank Turkey Al Sheikh? Go and say the words. His Excellency.
yeah. I want to thank His Excellency for just for making the weather quite good. You know, I mean, I don't know how he does that. He must have some sort of machine that he's got in his palace that he just like beams up to the sun and just shine on that part now. So you know, hey, thanks,
Man
mate.
of, he's a man of
Yes.
many needs. I reckon if we thank His Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh enough, one day he
Mhm.
might give us a load of money.
Yeah, you never know, do you?
I
You
know,
know,
so we'll keep
like,
on thanking him.
Make return the favour.
I'd like to thank His Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh for the boxer Henry Armstrong, who used to fight in sort of early 1900s.
Oh, right.
And he was known for holding 3 world championship belts at the same time in 3 different weight divisions.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, so I'd like to thank Turkey Al Sheikh for him. Yeah,
Aye, yeah. Aye.
he's
Well done, him.
he's um he's regarded by boxing experts as one of the, if not the greatest boxers of all time.
All right. I can't say I've heard of him before, but well, very well done to him and to Henry
Yeah,
for being part of it. And that was mostly His Excellency's doing, but thank
which is
you.
a big feat, really, because he wasn't alive until about 100 years
Henry
later.
I don't know how he done it, but Henry just happened to be there to, just to be the face of it all.
God, imagine if he was around today. The things that Turkey Al Sheikh would have lined up for him. But there you go. So the little things that get on your tits, just we've said something good. Is there something bad that's been getting on your tits? Are your tits all right?
Uh, to be honest, my tits feel quite all right and bouncy. To be honest,
Nice and firm.
I can't. Yeah, nothing really. I mean, it's just the same old things that I've already mentioned. I mean, I was having quite an all right day today at work until I had a parcel for someone knocked on the door. Uh, this bloke, he looked like a bloody proper, like, sort of, one of them blokes, fucking bloke, you know what I mean? One of them fucking tossers.
Aye.
He just took the parcel up. I had a parcel and a few letters to go with it. He just took it off us and said note whatsoever. I said, "Oh, there you go." Took it off us, said nothing whatsoever, and he just stood there with the door open, and he just went through the letters as if he was like making sure they're all for him. He was just going, and I was walking off, but I was looking back, and I was just like, and he was just stood there till he went through all the letters, and then he just went, shut the door, and I was like, tosser.
Aye.
See, I
Fucking
keep
common
these
courtesy.
people in mind. So next time he's got a parcel, I'm just gonna hand it to him and say, "Fuck all," I'll just go.
Aye, Daniel. To be
Um,
fair, to be honest, right? I,
yes.
I, I was gonna say, oh, what about his life? He's probably got a shit life and he's pretty miserable. Common. You can always have common courtesy, and I would do exactly the same as you. I would treat him exactly the same as he treated me. So
So, yeah.
I'm not gonna say any. I'm gonna say, aye, Daniel. I probably would do exactly the same because if someone treats you with absolute negligence and just ignorance, then they can have it right back at them because there's no. I mean, you know, we know ourselves that if we're like in a bad mood and we don't want to talk to anyone, sort of like sometimes I feel like you're a bit ignorant when I'm up in Mams and you don't say hello and you don't come, you know, you come in from work,
No,
stuff like that.
but
But it's different in that case. But
I know it's just
in this case, it's a person that you don't know, but you sort of
it's just common courtesy to just at least say, "Oh, just
yeah,
that's all you want." Oh,
aye,
just.
and
But he
that
just sat out and just sort of stood there looking through the letters, like as if to say, "I've got to check if these are mine." And
aye,
it's just frustrating because, like, I just let little things like that play on my mind, and it just ruins me day.
it happened to me as well, Daniel. Aye, like
It
especially
lingers in
stuff
my
like
mind, and
that.
I'm like, I should have fucking done this. I should have done that.
Aye,
Should
no,
have done.
I get you. I totally get you. Like that happens to me a lot, and it is hard to shake it off. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's just aye. common courtesy things with strangers really fucking gets on my tits as well. Um, I can't think of anything else that's getting on my tits in this moment. Um, but I just wanted to. We've got about 1.5 minutes left. I just wanted,
Right.
because I remembered this yesterday. Over to you. Not to bring not to bring this up, but I think it was one of your lowest times in your life. And I think you know what I'm going to say when I say it was you and a certain chicken Kiev.
Yeah,
So,
I had a bit of a meltdown, didn't I?
so Daniel had been living at home for a while, just obviously getting more and more wound up. And he had these chicken Kievs in the oven, and I don't know, like they weren't cooking or anything. So he finally hit rock bottom and thought, "Fuck this!" And got the chicken Kiev out the oven, went to the back door, and volleyed it straight outside. Fuck yeah! And what there was a chicken Kiev just fucking exploded all over the washing on the washing line into the neighbor's garden as well. So that's one of my favorite memories, but not a great one for you, is it?
Oh, you know, I wouldn't say that was rock bottom. That was just hitting the surface. That really, but that was just the start of it, to be honest. But,